What do you want? What do you want? Definite, major purpose. This is the first step in Think and Grow Rich, the incredible book that if you haven't read, you should read, but most people have read it. But the definite, major purpose. What do you want? Now, listen, here's the stats, and this is just stone cold stats, okay? 80% of people, by the time they're at retirement age, require somebody else to support them financially, whether that be partially with the government, whether that be moving in with family, whatever, all right? 80%. Isn't that interesting that also 80% of people have never written their goals? They don't have the written goals. It's not in front of them. It's not something that they're planting in their subconscious at all times. So right here, I want you to use this. Take a screenshot, write it down. We'll put it into wholesalinginc.com as a download that you can get later today. But I want a net worth of how much? And then the next step is by when? Right? You could want everything, but that's just dream. That's just wishful. That's just hope, right? I want a net worth of how much by when. And then that's where a lot of people live. That's where the other 15%, so 80% never write down goals. 15% get to this point. They'd say, I want to have $5 million by the time I'm 30, by the time I'm 40, by the time I'm 50, by the time whatever, right? And they'll do that part. But then they miss this last part. This last part is super important. This is where the other 5% take it to the next level. I want a cash flow of this amount a month that covers all of my expenses. It's great having a net worth, but having money to be able to cover your expenses, that's the passive income part, right? That's the exciting part. That's the part where at that moment, that beautiful, unbelievable, rare moment, you choose whether or not you want to work. And in my experience, in Mike's experience, and Raphael's experience, anybody that's at that level chooses to work their face off because they want to, because it's a game, because it's fun, because we want to be of value. We want to be of service to the community, to the marketplace, right? But being able to choose whether or not you do that, that is powerful and that is very rare. That is left to the 5%. 5%. And it comes down to really looking at these 5 things that I have on the screen right here. Mindset, standards, your beliefs, your community, and what models and structures are you following. So really look at that. You really use this as a guide this week to look at, okay, what mindset shifts do I need to make? What standards do I need to upgrade? What beliefs do I need to solidify and make stronger? Who do I need in my community that's going to take me to the next level? And who has a model? Who's already gone to the place that I want to go to that's already laid out the path? They've got the blueprint. They've got the map. They've got the structure. That's what gets you the top 2 things there. That's what gets you the net worth of whatever by whenever. That's what gets you the cash flow of a certain amount a month that covers all of your expenses. But use this, write this, put this everywhere, put it in front of you until you hit that goal. Because it needs to be front of mind. It needs to seep into your subconscious. All right? Use this. It's going to be absolutely powerful. Now, I'm excited about today's show. Today's show is the second part of what we went through last week. So I'm going to recap really quick what we went through, because in this business, as a real estate entrepreneur, it comes down to 2 things: conversations and offers. Conversations and offers. Having quality conversations with distressed property owners and making offers, right? So we give you all the tools here on this channel to have those conversations, to have good quality conversations. We go through every step on how to be powerful on the phone, how to be powerful in person, how to really pre-qualify, how to really find out if somebody is willing to do business with you. But the offer part, that's the sticking point. That's where there's a lot of uncertainty when we get started in this business, because we're not really sure how much we're supposed to offer and if the offer that we're making is going to actually close. It's going to actually be done. It's going to be at a point that causes that property to sell. So let's look at today's standards, the equation that I want you to use when you're looking at these properties. It's the offer formula for the market right now, okay? Right here, if your market, that means in your city, in your county, in your area, if there's more than 2 months of inventory, 70% of the fixed up value, all right? If this property is in beautiful condition, at the top of the market, if it sells for, it sells for as much as anything could sell for in that area because it's beautiful, times 70%, right? You take 30% off the top. That's for closing costs, holding costs, and for the return on investment that a fix and flipper is going to be looking for. And by the way, guys, this is for properties that are in rough shape, all right? This is different than rental properties. But in wholesale, typically the properties that we're finding are the properties that are in rough shape that need significant investment. Minus the repairs, that equals what you could sell that to a cash buyer. That's your wholesale price. You subtract your fee, and that's what your max allowable offer is, your MAO. Okay? If there's less than 2 months of inventory, it's 80%. And then if it's less than 1 month of inventory, it's 90%. Now, I've never gotten more DMs. I've never had more questions in the 5 years that I've been doing this channel than how do we determine the inventory in our area? And before, it was last week I said, talk to a real estate agent, talk to the title company. They're going to give you the latest stats, but let's not wait around for that. Let's find out right now. So I did some digging, I did some research, I was playing around on all the different websites, and I figured out how to find the current market inventory in any of the markets. And that's what I'd like to show you now. I'm going to hop into the computer, and I'm going to show you how to do it. But I need your help. I need 3 more examples beyond the example that I'm going to give you. Okay, because I want this to be tangible for you. So I need 3 people to just tell me what market you're in, what market you want me to pull the inventory for, and I'll put it in here and we'll pull it live so that you have that information. And then what I'm going to do is once I pull this, I'm going to pull the first example, and then I'm going to go on the whiteboard over here and I'm going to break it down because it gets a little bit confusing on how many months of inventory there are. And I want this to be crystal clear. By the end of this, 7 minutes that we're going to go through this, I want this to be crystal clear so that you can start taking action. Because I'm telling you, if you're confident in the amount that you can offer somebody and you know that your cash buyer database is paying that right now in your market, you're going to go out there and really negotiate some phenomenal deals. Okay? So right now, I'm going to just pull up right here on my computer. Let's swing around here. I'm going to pull up Mesa, Arizona. Okay? Beautiful, beautiful Mesa.
What website are you on?
I'm on Realtor.com, by the way, guys. Sorry. I'm on Realtor.com, and on the front page here, on the very front page, I'm just putting in right in the search bar. Right here. Realtor.com, right in the search bar. Boom. I'm searching this, and you're going to see right here, right over here, guys, 2,277 homes. I'm going to write that down right now so that I have it for the whiteboard so I can break that down. 2,277. It's a cool number. I like that number. Now what I want you to do, that's the amount of active properties on the market, but that's also active and under contract. So we're going to go to this listing status right here, guys. Look how beautiful this is. Listing status, hide pendings, and contingent right there. Boom. Click out of there. 1,367 homes left. Okay, we're going to go to the whiteboard in about 30 seconds so that I could break this down. So we've got 2,277 and we've got 1,367 left. All right, I'm going to take my phone here and I'm going to get on my calculator and I'm going to do a little bit of math here. Okay, so let's look at this. So right here, we're on the whiteboard. Homes for sale, 2,277. Sorry for putting my back to you, but it's necessary for this. 2,277. We've got 1,367 that are active, that are hiding the pending. So we got to figure out how many are actually under contract. We have to subtract these numbers. So we got 2,277 minus 1,367. Boom. 910. This is where the magic happens. Now you take this number and you take this number and you divide them. 2277 divided by 910. 10. Can we all see that? Okay, great. So this is what I'm going to do. 2277 divided by 910 equals 2.5. 2.5 months of inventory. All right? So 2.5 months, not month, of inventory. Now we go back here and we look at the pull up the chart again, Matt.
You're just making things too easy.
Yeah, I'm making it too easy for you guys. Look, listen, it's 2.5 months. So look at this. More than 2 months of inventory, we're still in that 70% minus repairs. 70% minus repairs equals your wholesale price minus your fee equals your max allowable offer. Boom. Realtor.com. Give me 3 other markets, Handra. Let's do this for a couple more so that everybody can really get this going. All right? And Daniel, while I'm doing this, do you mind erasing all that? And then we can get it fresh. New Jersey. Are we just doing all of New Jersey? Oh, boy. What happened here? New Jersey. Okay. We got a lot of New Jersey. New Jersey in the house. Is it the whole state? I mean, I don't know if I could do the whole state of New Jersey, but we'll go for it. All right. Huh? Because New Jersey's huge. I mean, this is whatever. We could do this. All right? Right here, you're looking at it. Okay? Right here, 28,052. 28,052. Okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to listing status. And guys, what I would highly suggest you do is I would get it a smaller data sample. And we've got 15,960. Okay, this is interesting. New Jersey's going bananas. Okay, let's move back over to the whiteboard. Okay, so this is homes active. Okay. And then we've got 28,052. We subtract that. We've got 15,960. Can you do the math on it? Can somebody do the? Oh, I've got it. I've got it in my hand. 28,052 minus 15,960 equals 12,092. We take these. We've got 28,052. We've got that divided by 12,092, and that is 28,052 divided by, what is it?
2.3.
2.3 months. Still at 30%.
So when you hide the pendings, if you didn't hide pendings,
Yes,
it would show as that 28,000 plus the pendings.
exactly.
But when you hide the pendings, you get rid of them, so you just have the
doing-
28,000
Yep.
divided by the under. Okay, that's cool.
What's another market, Handra?
A lot of Texas, but we'll just go with.
Just pick any market.
McAllen, Texas.
McAllen, Texas.
Why do you hide the pendings?
Because that's showing you, listen, here's the interesting thing, okay? Actives are showing what's on the market now, okay? Pendings are showing what is selling right now. The solds are only telling us the past. Pending listings are everything, guys. The ones that are under contract are telling us what's going on in that market. It's so powerful. McAllen, Texas, okay? McAllen has 632 homes. 23 homes, 623 properties, okay? 623, it's right here, guys. If you're just jumping on. Listing status, hide pendings, boom, 460. I'm telling you right now, you're at 70%, right? You're still in the 70% minus repairs. Now, watch this. Let's do this one. Let's do San Diego. San Diego.
So with that last one, you just took that one divided by 1.3 months?
So, okay,
633.
if you're not clear on it, then other people aren't clear on it.
623 divided by.
620, no. You got to minus it. 623. Minus
Minus the pendings.
460.
Yep.
623 minus 460
163.
equals 163.
Yeah.
You divide these, it's 4 months of
23
inventory.
Divided by
63 is how much?
3.8.
3.8 months.
Oh, I get it now. Okay, got it. Nice.
Now let's look at San Diego. San Diego has 1,900 properties, 1,900 properties. We go here and we go to hide pendings. Boom, you got 900. So 1,900 here. Let's look at this. What was it again? Let's go. Let me get it right. San Diego is
1,900 active.
1919.
Okay.
And then hide the pendings. Boom. 1919. 964.
Minus 964. That's 955.
955
1919
goes into
divided by
this.
955 is 2.
2.
Like exactly 2.
Yeah, right on the edge.
Wow.
There you go. So I think we've done enough examples there, guys. But that's and right there on the edge, right?
That was awesome because we got a lot of questions about that last week.
Yeah, and it's just really important. And watch this. Here's the thing. You're going to see supply and demand really, the supply is going to keep shrinking, right? Because the demand is still popular. I mean, the buyers are still wanting to get into it. They're saying date the rate, marry the house. They're starting to understand that the rates are kind of stabilizing, and this is just life now. So are you going to buy a house or not buy a house, right? And if they're going to buy a house, great. But you're going to see a lot of the property owners that would have put their homes on the market to upgrade or downgrade stay in their properties because we are not a price society. We are a payment society. And they've got these low interest rates that they locked in a few years ago, and they don't want to pay 6%, 7% when they're locked in at 2 or 3%.
Super low.
Okay? So that's why we're seeing a shrink in the supply and an increase in demand. All right? There you go. Smokey, I have no idea why. Smokey asked, Brent, why do I feel like there's no deals anywhere? Because you're not talking to enough people. If you have conversations at all, I am doing more deals right now than ever. Ever. And I'm not just being sensational about that. I mean, every single day we're locking up something, and we were doing one a week. Now we do big deals, but now it's just going bananas. Raph?
Oh yeah, volume has definitely dropped everywhere.
I mean, listen, volume in regard to the inventory,
Yeah.
but are you doing more or less deals?
No, we're doing less than we were at the beginning of. I mean, this time last year we were doing more stuff before it. Everything
Okay.
adjusted, and then we saw a dip in deals. Now we're crawling back up again.
Right.
So
Yep. So Smokey, talk to more people and make more offers.
yeah.
That's it. By the way, welcome. Welcome to Wholesaling Inc. Live, where we know that finding discounted property is the most proven path to financial freedom. I'm your host, Brent Daniels, Mr. TTP. And I'm telling you guys this, if I can do this business, anybody can do this business. And, of course, I'm joined by Rafael Cortez, Mike Mahoney. We're all best friends. It's a lot of fun. And we're here for 4 reasons, right? Number 1, to give you the tools and tactics that you can implement into your business. Number 2 is to answer your questions on any of the challenges that you're dealing with or any of the uncertainties or just anything that's popped up in your head. We want to hear about it. Number 3 is we want you to squad up in the comments section. Make sure that you are letting people know where you do business. Because it's important to be around people that are doing this business. Because the fact is, the rest of your whole world, your family, your friends, your loved ones have no idea what you're trying to accomplish, but we do. So get around the people that understand what you're doing because they're doing it as well. And number 4 is to celebrate any successes that you're having. I want to hear about it. In the comments section, I want to know, did you talk to a seller for the first time? Did you close a big, huge, massive deal? Are you closing on a regular basis? That's what I want. Let's go. Here we go. James is kicking us off perfectly here. Dial time. 1 hour, 38 minutes, 9 contacts, shooting for 6 hours, 30 plus contacts, 2 offers, plus 1 contract today. Let's go. Here we go. Taking action. We celebrate action takers over here. I'll tell you that. Go back to that, Hunter. Are you able to or no? Go back to that because you should be talking to way more people. So there's a couple different things that are going on right there. 9 contacts in an hour, in almost 2 hours is not good. That should be closer to 25 to 30. Okay? Unless you're dialing. Well, unless you're hand dialing. If you're hand dialing, that's fine. But if you're using a dialer, you need to either adjust your caller ID, or you need to make sure that you're only going through your list twice, or you need to make sure that you're using batch skip tracing for your phone numbers. If you're not, you're going to have a really low contact rate because they're going to be bad data. And James, I want you to have better data, and I want you to have better contact rate. But he's shooting for 6 hours, 30 contacts, and 2 offers. In 6 hours, you should be talking to 60 to 90 people.
The first thing, I think a lot of people get skeptical when it comes to power dialers.
Yeah.
I think it should be one of the first things that you roll out, even before you bring on to a higher VA or a cold caller. Like, test it out with a power dialer. Like, it triples the efficiency that you have in with your time. So it's just it's good practice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hunter's laughing over there. Anthony, I'm going to be sending out an offer today. Wish me luck. Come on. Let's go. Yes. Let's go. Get that. Don't worry about luck. Just get it done. You know what I'm saying? Go out there, have a great conversation. And what I would do is, if you're sending it out, I hope that you're virtual. Because if that seller is in your marketplace and you're not on that appointment, you're going to be beat out. I'm just telling you guys, number one, understand where your market's at. Do the research. I just gave you the tools to be able to do that. But number two, okay, good. James got a new number. He was spammed. Good. Perfect. Yeah. Open that up so that you've got a good, clean caller ID number. That's fantastic. But two, if you've got a property owner that's making a decision to sell that property, you need to go on that appointment. You need to go face to face, eye to eye, right? Just do it. Just get out there, because don't let it be stuck in the black hole of an email, because that gets frustrating, and somebody else can come in and beat you out with personality. Edgardo, I've talked to 5 sellers. I was scared at first, but now it feels normal. There we go.
Let's go. Number up.
You are 995 contacts away from me allowing you to hire a phone prospector. Listen, guys, you should not be hiring people unless you've talked to 1,000 property owners yourself. I'm just telling you, and I'm telling you this, every single person that has taken that advice has a successful business right now. Every single person. You know who doesn't? People that stop at 50 contacts, 100 contacts, 200 contacts, 500 contacts.
And like clockwork, the people who don't take that advice are the same people that call you 1, 2, 3 months later and say, "Oh, Brent, I hired too soon, yada, yada, yada. It didn't work out.
I don't know what to do in my business. I'm not having the same amount of leads. I'm not getting the same amount of contracts." Okay, well, how many contacts are you making a day? Oh, well, I'm not making any contacts.
Yeah, spending too much money also plays into that. This only works if you work.
Yes.
Like you have to.
Working always works.
They
Yeah, isn't
hire
that
too
weird?
soon, and then when they hire, they go for the cheapest and not the best.
Yeah.
Well, people go, well, I want to work smarter and not work harder. Well, guess what? The people that are in the Rhino tribe, they work smarter and harder. So good luck. Okay? Because you could do both. That's how champions are made. That's how people become superstars. They work smarter and harder. It's not either or, it's and. Put in the work. I know it's frustrating. I was scared shitless. I would walk around my kitchen and living room doing anything to avoid it. I would pump myself up. I would be listening to Tony Robbins and getting all hyped up to get ready to get on the phone. It felt like it was 1,000 pounds. It took until I lost everything and I had no other options, until I hit rock bottom to be able to consistently get on this thing. It's the absolute truth. And once I did, it changed everything. 1,000 contacts. You can do it. Make it a challenge. Because after you talk to 1,000 people, you could talk to anybody about anything. Even people that are introverts, Even people that are introverts, right? That's a label that somebody put on you or you put on yourself. It's gross. It's silly. It's not a real thing. It's just something that you put into yourself. Especially if you want to be in this business, it's all about conversations and offers. If you want to be in real estate, it's about conversations and offers. You can't have a label that I'm an introvert. That's just handicapping you. You're just doing it for no reason. You have the ability to speak to people. So do it. It's amazing what happens. It's amazing the growth. It's amazing the confidence. It's amazing the courage that goes behind it and how much stronger and longer lasting your business is. Osman, wish me luck. Had 3 offers to make today. 1 potential hot one, Sullivan County, Tennessee. Lock that deal up. Come on. Bringing the heat today.
You know, you said something really important, which is, you know, if you put yourself the label on you that you're an introvert, we can change those labels as well, right? Like we can come in and then change that as we go through the process of putting in the work, having those conversations, building the confidence up. Like we have to go through that trench work, I feel like, to just, you know, break out of that shell. But that's another label that you can come in and then change intrinsically, like from within. And then, I mean, if you thought of yourself as an introvert, I mean, I know some great introverts who kill it at networking events and then just building up relationships and opportunities.
One of the best definitions of introvert versus extrovert that I've heard, because you know, being sociable is a skill you can learn. So introverts can learn to be sociable and have great conversations. So the definition that I thought was cool, they're like, you know, extroverts, when they're out and they're being social, that energizes them. They go home and they're energized. Extrovert or introverts can go out, be just as social, you know, just as delightful, but when they go home, it kind of sucks the juice out of them. They're tired.
Some
You know
me
what I mean?
time, yeah.
When they get home. And that's, you know, I thought that was an interesting distinction between the two.
Yeah, but I think you can build your endurance either way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like a muscle.
If you want to be in this business. You know what I mean? It's like somebody saying they want to be unbelievable at the guitar, but they're only going to watch guitar videos.
Yeah.
It's like, what? That's not going to work. You have to practice and practice and practice and practice and practice. And you start out and you're terrible. And then you get a little better and a little bit better. And you get some coaching. And you get some people that are around you. And they start showing you ways to like be better at this thing. It's the same thing. It's practice. Conversations and offers. Untethered Property. Brent, thank you for the support call last night. I got a big gold nugget from one of the students and your answer. Thank you. You got it. Absolutely. That's who is that? Who is that in the Rhino tribe? Brian, got my first seller to say yes last night. Followed up this morning, just trying to strike while the iron is hot. Get out there, Brian. Get out there, get that deal done, brother. The verbal is fantastic. That's the first step to really locking that thing in, but you need to strike while the iron is hot. You're 100% right. Congratulations. Love it. Congratulations. That's bananas.
Wonder what the deal looks like.
I bet it looks good.
Probably tasty.
Yeah. L.A. Mars. Just got off the phone with an owner that's willing to sell, trying to set up an appointment to look inside the property. Should I have the contract with me just in case? Always go with a contract. You should have a contract in your car at all times. Just have a bunch of them in a folder. Did you used to do that, Ralph, when you were out and about?
I mean, I can pull it out right now. It's in my car.
Yeah.
I still do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just have it.
Just in case. Just in case I meet somebody at the grocery store that wants to sell their house. Like, hey, listen, I got a contract in the car.
First of all, here you go, LA Mars. Yes.
Let's ring. Can we ring that for Raphael?
Yeah,
just
let's ring it for
for being
Raph,
at the ready. The readiness bell.
I apologize for all the podcast listeners that listen to this and just hear a bunch of bells ringing and it might be blowing out your eardrums, but hopefully it energizes you.
They think it's fun.
Yeah, Clive, I love it. Clive says, Clive, who used to be 5 clearer. Poor Brent, he's going to be deaf soon. I might. But I don't think that's a bad thing. I think
No, your ears are too strong.
I feel like my dad, is happier now that he can't hear us as much. So
I know I would be.
Tunes in, tunes out.
Glenn, You can do it, guys. I have a Russian accent, and I still love calling. Yeah, he's going bananas. Absolutely incredible, guys. You need to connect with Glenn. He is starting out. He is on fire. He's got incredible enthusiasm and just a great heart for this business. So watch his rise. It's going to be absolutely incredible. A big rhino. Yeah, we got a lot of celebrations. That was phenomenal. All right. Deja Smith, can you do a video on how to run the numbers for a cash buyer renting the deal or fix and flipping it? Absolutely. Yeah. You know what? The only reason that I don't is because we've done it before on the live show and nobody watched it. So I definitely will. I definitely will. But, you know, when it comes to, and it's a real powerful one. It's a great question. Thank you. Because there's a lot of those are creative finance deals that you do, whether it be owner financing, whether it be a sub two, and then obviously properties that are in decent shape that you can make something happen. But for the most part, I would say just in my experience, and I like speaking from my own experience, 95% of the deals that we sell are to fix and flippers. And not buy and hold. Some of the multifamily is buy and hold, which is great. But I think that we could talk about. But that's my market, Deja. So because Phoenix isn't really a rental market, kind of like California. I mean, it is and it isn't. But the price points really make the cash flow restrictive because the rental rates aren't as high as the payments are on a typical payment is in the property. So I'll probably bring somebody on that's in a market that has lower priced properties, maybe like a Memphis or an Alabama or Detroit or some of these other really hot rental areas, and we'll bring an expert on for that. That'd be awesome. Yeah, for sure. MFR. Hello, Brent. Besides batch skip tracing, what other skip traces are reliable that are paid? I've tested them all. They're the best. I'd be curious to know if you're having issues with them, or if it's just a budget thing. If it's you don't want to pay the 14 cents an address that they charge. But I just got a report, and it's super secret, and he's going to be mad that I'm even mentioning it. But Ivo Dragunov, the owner of Batch, sent me a report of what they use to verify the numbers versus the top 5 competitors, and they're 12% higher than the next closest.
I want to throw this. I want to throw this out because you've talked about this. Skip tracing and data is not the place to skimp.
No.
So 14 cents. If you think, okay, well, I'd rather pay whatever 3, 5, 7 cents. Fine, but you got to figure your contact rate, which is the name of the game, is going to go down a lot. So it's really in the end, it's going to cost you a lot more to go cheap on data.
Yeah.
Right? You're not being smart by trying to, save money.
I'm not going to save 50 or $100 and lose out on deals that are
exactly
30 grand.
Yeah.
One thing that Evil.
Excel spreadsheet for how much you want to spend.
Yeah.
So you can edit it in there.
You can make sure that you keep your budget.
One thing that Evil taught me a
What
while
did he
back
say?
was the difference between hit rate and match rate. When you skip trace a list, you may get, if you have 100 records in there, you may get 98 back, right? So that's going to be your hit rate. So you have 98 hits on that list. But the match rate tends to be a lot less. So you're talking like most, I think the average is around 35% match rate. So about 35 of those 100 numbers actually go to the seller of that one property.
Awesome.
But Batches has I think I've seen it's the highest match rate that I've
It
seen.
will cost you way more time and way more in lost opportunity
Yeah.
to skimp on
Yep.
skip tracing for
Yep.
sure.
Yeah.
Lead Sherpa does a great job. Yeah, they're second place for sure. By the way, Hunter, was there any questions about what we went through at the beginning of the show with the inventory, or did people get it? Yes. Yes. Oh man. Okay.
Took us 2 weeks. But
Took us 2 weeks, but
you
we
did
got
it.
there.
I think put that one that was.
Yeah, Ricky Bobby. Ricky Bobby
That's a
3.
good name.
You said only go through your list twice. Why? We cold call all our lists 10 times, then we take what's left and put it into our text blaster. So, Ricky, I would assume that you're using VAs for this, and you could do that. But after the second time, so your contact rate's going to be the highest. You should get between 7 and 10% on your first run through. On the second run through, you get typically between 5 and 7%, and then after your third and subsequent times, it's like below 3%. And I don't want to waste time on just empty dials. So it just takes too long to have enough conversations. So it's just, once you go through the list twice, your contact rate, I mean, you could do it and you could have conversations. It's just, you're not going to have as many conversations as people that only call through the list twice and then move on to another list.
What do you think about his
But
idea?
we text and call at the same time. Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
What do you think about his tactical
I
idea?
don't.
of
I
calling
don't
through?
wait. Yeah, I don't wait to text. We text and call same time.
Got it.
Yep.
Yeah, we do the
through rhinotexting.com. That's launch control, and they are phenomenal. Oh my gosh, it's so much better than last year. Woo, we're getting deals. Can we make a runner for that rhinotexting.com? Because launch control takes care of this community. They literally write everything. Like, you don't have to come up with the verbiage. They do it. And you have a customer service person. Like, it's awesome. But Rhino Texting, you need to have a website for launch control. But it's super easy to get a website, guys. I think now that ChatGPT just writes them for you.
It's crazy.
Rhinotexting.com. Make sure you check that out if you're looking to take your texting to the next level with launch control, because they've done a phenomenal job. Jackie, my lead manager, is very, very, very happy. And when Jackie's happy, everybody's happy. Darren, how do you think the uneasy banking market will affect real estate in the coming times? Great question. I don't think it'll affect it at all. Listen, the banks that are getting beat up are not the banks that you and I bank at. These are people that have taken some big chances and big risks with the deposits that they've had, and I don't see any change. What will affect it will be interest rates if those go bananas. But I think that it might even dip down a little bit. They're talking about they already have. So yeah,
Hey, but
I wouldn't be concerned about that.
You know who makes out in any market, up or down?
Yeah.
Wholesalers.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, when you're wholesaling, we're finding discounted properties. Not only that, but it's like, in a good market, a bad market, a flat market, do we still need to talk to people? Do we still have to have conversations and make offers? Yes. So it doesn't matter. The only time that wholesaling really changed was the downturn in 2008, because everything was going through the foreclosure auctions. And so you had to play that game because there was no equity left in the market. But now we're at the highest equity ever. Over like 41 trillion or 42 trillion in equity in the housing market. It's bananas. So there's plenty of opportunities. I wouldn't be worried about these goofy banks that did stupid investment decisions. Haley, I took inspiration from you, and now we have a bell on our REI Zoom calls.
right.
Yes.
Boom.
Let me ask you this, Haley. My bell does not ring on my Zoom calls, so I'm curious to know how you get your bell to ring on Zoom calls, or if it's just the action that you take. But for some reason, Zoom mutes it. It's wild. So that's awesome. Well, I'm going to ring the bell for Haley.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah, we got to do that.
We're having fun today.
Yeah, we
Joe, working a 9 to 5 and calling from 5:30 to 7, and occasionally on my lunch break, working on getting my first deal, looking to connect with local wholesalers. Joe, you made my week, bro. You made my week. You're an inspiration. Guys, look at this. No excuses. If you have, will you pull it back up, Matt? The very first thing that we started with, what do you want? Look at this. If you have a definite major purpose, a 9 to 5 is not going to stop you. Not ever doing any deals before, having no experience is not going to stop you. Having a lack of budget is not going to stop you. This is the greatest business of all time because it fills in those gaps. It fills in those gaps, and you don't have to have a huge. You could literally go out with your legs, if you have legs, and feet, and shoes, and pants, and a shirt, and go knock on a door of people that own ugly houses or that you know that they're in distress with zero budget. You could go and say, I know that this is out of the blue, but I'm interested in buying a property in the neighborhood. I wanted to see, when do you plan on selling this property? Would you consider an offer on this property? And you could do it. You could start this business with $0. And then if you have a little bit of money, you could take all those addresses that you see out there, and you could find the phone numbers and give those people a call. And you can ask them the same questions. This is the greatest business of all time. I mean, I'm telling you. I'm just, it's incredible. I want to make sure that I get her last name perfect. Allison Hilliard out of Maryland, out of DC area. Very first call she did, $8,000 deal.
Wow.
Seller,
First call.
seller financed. Seller financed.
Yeah.
First deal. First call. $8,000.
Who's our?
And by the way, this is not normal. This is like that asterisk at the bottom of like every kind of like financial commercial that's like, these results are not typical.
It's the unicorn.
But it happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think that's the thing. I mean, you never know what to expect. I mean, you may go through 1,000 calls and then to get a deal in the very last one, or you may go through the first one and hit it out of the ballpark. I think going through the stories and then the scenarios and having all these conversations every single day, like it puts you in a very different spot when it comes to opportunity, man.
Yep.
There's no magic pill to it, right?
Well, Mike and I went through the same real estate realtor training, and there was days called the 100 contact challenge. And you would have to contact 100 people a day. And they suggested that you do it, if you're low on business, do it once a month, right? Because it's exhausting. I mean, it's all day. I mean, it's 8, 9, 10 hours. You're calling from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. sometimes, right? And every single time we did it, we got a deal.
Yeah.
Every single time. Every single time. It's just making sure that, there's a setting to disable noise canceling? Mark! Watch
out, everybody.
The support calls are going to go bananas. Going to go absolutely
By the way,
bananas.
as a realtor calling for listings,
Yeah.
that's tougher, in my
Oh,
opinion,
my gosh.
than calling distressed property owners.
Why do you think I switched?
looking to pick up property? I mean,
Not
way
only that,
tougher.
I was getting 2.5% to 2.7% of the purchase price as an agent. Now we got it all the way up at the height to 10 to 12%.
Yeah, 'cause-
actually, at one point it was 16% I was getting.
I'd rather talk to distressed property owners any day. of the week.
Any day.
You want to know who doesn't like realtors?
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, look at Oscar going bananas. Come on, Oscar. I need your next picture to be a big old smile in those clothes. I mean, you look cool, but I want a big old happy smile. Locked up 2 deals yesterday. Sell those 2 deals today. Come on, Oscar. Here we go. Love it. Absolutely love it. Adam, what's up, fam? Closing on a 20K wholesale and Friday and buying our next flip on Monday. $200,000 spread. Send me your deals in Raleigh, Durham. By the way, the smartest thing he did in this, obviously we're gonna ring this victory bell because that's bananas. Send me your deals in Raleigh, Durham. That's how you get deals.
Squad
Templeton Walker, 200 deals last year. 0 marketing
That's
budget.
it. That's what he
Send
does.
me your deals.
Yeah.
He just goes on social media. You could find Templeton Walker right now and follow exactly what he does. He's absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
I'm going to get Templeton to the Growth Summit.
I think Adam should be going to the
So
Growth
Adam
Summit.
should be coming to the Growth Summit as well. Guys, if you're not registered for the Growth Summit 2023, April 15th and 16th, woo, you're missing out. I am telling you, the connections that you're going to make at this event are going to be worth hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars on the people that you're going to be able to meet with and JV with and connect with and work with and be mentored by and whatever else. It's absolutely incredible. Growth Summit 2023, we have what? We opened up the room for 100 more people. So, guys, do not wait until the last minute. It's a month from now. Get it going. Here we go. Let's celebrate. Adam, come
Adam
on.
will be there.
Oh, Adam's going to...
Yeah.
Look at that, Mike. Adam
there
will
he
be
is.
there.
There he is.
Now we're talking.
Adam will be there.
Sounds like a hot seat.
Lydia's registered. I love it. Brent, thank you for what you do. Would you recommend using PropWire or batch leads? I haven't tried out PropWire. I mean, if somebody's having great success with PropWire, I would love to hear about it. You know, Jerry's put a lot of effort into that, so I'd love to hear how people are doing with it. My team likes batch leads. My team likes batch leads. And by the way, 1.4 million we made last year. I went on 0 appointments. I talked to 0 sellers. I did not. The whole thing was set up. Like, you can set up an actual business here. It's absolutely incredible. You can set up everything. My team pulls the leads from batch leads. They pull the lists. Now, have I trained them over the years? Absolutely. Do I make sure that I look at all the deals? Yeah, I'm a deal junkie. I love the deals. Jeremy called me 2 minutes before this call, my disposition manager, and we just got a scammer. It was awesome. Our attorney just got a memorandum that was filed illegally on a property removed this morning on a deal that we have. Ooh, I'm pumped. I didn't talk to the attorney.
Yeah.
I didn't talk to the property owner. I didn't talk to the scammer. My team did, and they're phenomenal. And they did a phenomenal job. But you can build this up. You absolutely can build this up. Batch leads is at rhinolists.com. Rhinolists.com. They'll take care of you. Can you speak about the difference and when their uses between unlawful detainer and eviction and ejectment? See you at the Growth Summit. Good. Awesome. I have no idea. I have no idea about that. I don't know what the difference is between unlawful detainer and ejectment. I could certainly find something that does.
Yeah, I haven't
But
seen it.
I've been to like a couple eviction trials that I'd had to go to, and they both were super easy. The judge was like, "Get out," and they're like, "Okay." So I don't know what an ejectment is. Maybe that's a state specific thing. So I would check that out, or I would talk to your closing attorney or title company on that.
It sounds like the button on a James Bond car.
Yeah, the ejectment. That's it.
It was there. I had to take it.
You had to take it.
I want to make
Eject them.
See you at the Growth Summit. Awesome.
I want to make a side note on the summit.
An ejectment?
With a button?
Yeah.
So probably with like the.
I think it's probably both. You know,
They use the
I don't
button.
know if it's one of those things where you get evicted and then they don't get out, so then they go and it's an ejectment. You know, they just lock them out of the property. I don't know.
Does James Bond do it?
They should do it with a
I
button
mean,
if
he
you have
should.
it.
I don't know if they do that in
I think
England, though.
That's a thing. I can think back of one event. I mean, there's some events that will like absolutely be like the fork on the road
Yep.
in terms of where you take your path. But I can think back to one specifically in 2016. Where that's actually where I met Evo and Annie and all these guys, Carlos and Sal. Like, I mean, a lot of the people who are crushing it right now, they went on to do, big things and
Yep.
whatnot. Like, we were all at the same event. And, we were all hustling, for deals and doing all kinds of stuff. So it's important to put yourself in those rooms.
Yep.
I mean, I'm a big proponent of that type of stuff, and I feel like the people
Was it
that you're
Sean's
bringing
event?
to,
Was it
it was
Sean
a Sean,
Terry's
it was a
event?
Flip to Freedom event.
I will tell you,
spoke.
those events have
Man,
really
incredible ripple effects.
incubated some of the top people. It's incredible, and we're going to do it here at Growth Summit 2023.
I spoke at that event, but the connections and the network that happened there. I mean, it just reminds me of the people that you're putting together for this one. So, I mean,
Tom Kroll,
if
my mentor, was at
yeah.
that event.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, long story short.
Osman, is email blast still a good strategy? I've never done it. I've never done email blasting. I think that it's trickier. I think that the email providers are able to block a lot of it. If people mark as spam, you get blocked really fast. I'm sure there's ways to, figure that out, but I've never done it. So if you've got a good strategy for it, I'd love to bring you on and talk about it for sure. Renee, what's the best way to get cash buyer info when dealing with entities and LLCs? Batch skip tracing. Batch should get that for you. If they don't, if you can't get it that way, then what you're going to have to do is go into the Corporation Commission or Open Corporates, right? open court. I mean, you could just Google I just Google the LLCs or the trusts and the entities or whatever, and then just find out who the managing member is. And then if oftentimes they'll just put the attorney that put together the LLC on there. You can certainly reach out to them. They might not give you the time of day, but just dig and dig and dig.
Dimitri apparently does email blasting.
Dimitri does? Dimitri does email blasting. Okay. Cool. Oh, yeah. Dimitri Van Camp. He's going to be there at the Growth Summit. I got to reach out to him. I got to get him on stage.
Are you doing hot seats?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Efren, will you be discussing business processes and how to get every software individual working together smoothly at the event? Well, you're certainly going to meet a lot of people that are there, but we're not going to just be breaking down like that would take a week. You know what I mean? But processes for sure. Yeah. And by the way, like this YouTube channel has most of those things. So make sure that Efren, I'm sure that you have subscribed, but if you haven't, make sure you subscribe. Look at this, Smokey. Here we go. Really, this from a mindset standpoint is a classic. There is a weird chapter on don't have sex so that you can be stronger as a wealthy person or something.
I skipped that one.
I always skip that one. It's just a weird 1930s thing. I don't know. This one is fantastic. And then, obviously Rich Dad, Poor Dad, but this one right here changed my life more than anything else. This one right here. So make sure that it's like sexual transmutation. It's like,
Yes.
what are you talking about? Anyway.
Be a thinker.
Yeah.
Those have all been life changers.
Yeah, all of them.
At different
All of them have
times,
been different life changing at some point. That's where they're up here. Hey, Brent, are you going to be at WealthCon? Yeah, I'm speaking at WealthCon. I am the first speaker right after Ryan on the 5th. So Ryan's going to go up, he's going to introduce, and then I'm going to go, and I'm going to melt your faces. I am. I'm going to bring
With
the
awesomeness.
heat. I'm going to bring the heat.
Wear sunscreen.
Mark, do you recommend texting pre-foreclosures versus cold calling? Yeah, it's a better way to get a hold of them for sure. I mean, if I look at the last 10 deals that we've done for pre-foreclosures, I don't think we got any of them on the phone. I think they've all been either referrals or texting. Pooja, Brent, is approaching MLS properties for seller financing strategy worth it? Absolutely. I think it's really powerful. But you have to really filter. Pooja, you got to really filter the people that actually want to sell their properties versus the people that are just trying to test the market. Because typically what you're not going to get those if they've been on the market like a week or two. It's just too early. And unless they say it. Pooja, believe it or not, you could do a filter for seller financing available. The issue with it is a lot of the people that market for seller financing want 20% down and like 6% interest or something. It's like ridiculous. It's like there's no point. Why not just get a loan for it? So you got to watch that. But the ones that are sitting on the market, that's what I always say. I talk to the agent, and you can watch a couple videos on this channel. I talk to the agent. What's going on with the properties? Have you guys been getting a lot of offers? Have they been rejecting offers? Have you been under contract and canceled that contract, which is happening a lot? And then I say, what price? What's the best price we can get this at? And then they say, well, it needs to be around list price, which is bananas. It's way too high. And then you go, so what happens? What are they going to do with the property if they don't sell it at that price? Oh, they're going to keep it. Right? Okay. I can get you that price, but it'll have to be in payments. Would they be open to me giving them that price in payments? Yes, no. And that's how you crack open those conversations.
Okay, 3 questions about Growth Summit.
3 questions, Growth Summit. Boom. Back to back to back. Efren, I'll be there. Looking forward to meeting you and the crew in person, brother. You helped me get my first Drive for Dollar deal, 50K spread. Hello! I'm going to twirl for massive deals. That's a new thing.
50K.
The massive deal twirl.
That's good. Whoa.
Man, that's hot.
That's really good.
Hey, Brent, you guys are amazing. If I'm not able to get a ticket to Grow Summit 2023, is there going to be a meetup for those who can't get in? No. I don't think so. No. So get in, Edwin. Yeah. We have a VIP party, but that's, we'll have big old security guards for that. Smokey, will you do more Grow Summits or REIs since I won't make it this time? We'll see. I mean, we're having a lot of fun with this one. It's a lot of work. Alejandra and Mike have done an unbelievable job pulling this all together and keeping everything really smooth and making it really special. And we've got some great surprises lined up. Yeah, maybe we'll do it once a year. Maybe we'll do it twice a year. I don't know. We'll see. Great question. So hyped. Brian, yes. Brian Drinks the second. We will see you there. I look forward to meeting you in person. Hamilton. Brent, I know you talked about the main repair cost of the interior of the house, but what about the exterior house, like landscaping, fence, etc.? How do you calculate that? I love that. Can you pull up that calculator, Hamilton? Thank you. You're obviously experienced and out there crushing, brother, so thank you for bringing this up. Here's the fix and flip calculator. Yep. So here's the top row, guys, is square footage. Okay. Easy is, you know what? It just needs some cosmetic. Needs work, and wow, this is bad. That's going to get you pretty close. But look at the bottom there, Hamilton. Any major repair item above that is $10,000. So if it needs like all new siding, $10,000. It needs a roof, $10,000. It needs landscaping, $10,000. So add that on top of that. Because that'll get you to a more accurate estimate. Great question. Any chance the REI meetups in near Atlanta area if I can't make it? I don't have anything planned, but I know that there's a lot. I know Brandon Barnes was doing a phenomenal REI meetup, so I'd look Brandon Barnes up. And reach out to him, just DM him and see if that's still going on. Oftentimes he posts it to his Instagram. So look for Brandon Barnes, real estate investor, I guess. Can you find, his Instagram handle? Oh, there you go. Hondra's on it. One more question.
Make it good. Make it count.
Cherry on top.
Xander.
Yes.
What is the best market? The market you focus on. Here's the thing.
There's deals everywhere.
Huh?
There's deals everywhere.
Yeah. I would suggest this. Make sure that you start in your backyard, okay? And just go for the ugliest properties that you can find. That's how you get started, driving for dollars. And then the second part of that is you want to, at some point, be in a market that's at least 500,000 people or an area that's 500,000 people. Once you start building your momentum, once you start, getting some experience, you're closing a deal a month, you're going to probably want a bigger market to spread out to, just so that you have more opportunities and so that you lay the foundation for bringing on really excellent talent for the different roles in your business, and make sure that there's enough opportunities for them to close and to get deals.
Okay,
One more really quick. JVC in the house. Oh, boy. We're about to spin it up. Javier, JVC, Rhino. Man, these rhinos are doing it. I'm telling you. Guys, Rhino Tribe. We closed a deal last week, $80K profit, 2 flips closing this month. I'm in Atlanta. Reach out to me. Come on, $80K.
Let's go. Next level twirling right there.
Wow. I tippity tap that. That's it, guys. We love you guys. You guys are absolutely incredible. Let's bring on the crew here. It takes a
village.
Takes a village. Alejandra's outfit is about to be displayed on behalf of myself and Rafael and Mike and Daniel and Matt and Alejandra with her, what are those? Disco ball earrings. We love you guys. Remember, keep your house clean. Your actual house. Knock it off. Clean up the house, okay? And then clean up this house as well. All right? Protect your health and increase your value to the world, and you'll live an incredible life. We'll see you next week. Love you guys.